I don't know if you just heard behind me, but it sounded like it was a flashbang. Drove into the brick wall of this building. That was the inflatable T-Rex, which is all the rage on YouTube, and it looks like it's walking by me again. A lot going on here at Party America. Bathroom stall locks and lavatory flush buttons are two of the dirtiest places on an airplane, according to a CNN report. Ken and Andrea, I'm going for a ride, so see ya. I'm David Kaplan in Billings. Wake up, Montana! How you could be affected by morning traffic on your commute to work.
Is it kind of calmed down now?
Andrea, it is completely calmed down. When I arrived on scene, there was a little bit of smoke. This green part you can see is the extension. Patty Grace and her son Mark, who phoned us from Las Vegas. We're going to give you a view at some of the new rides. Get a mug and a hug. Ken and Andrea, back to you.
David's doing the hugs.
I love that.
Can you tell us what firefighters' plan for today is? The Harlem Globetrotters are putting smiles on children's faces off the court as well as on the court. We are back here at the command post in Sand Springs. As you can see, we've got lightning. I just saw that, so we've been having lightning throughout the morning. Becky, I was on scene at 8 a.m. and watched as police turned people away. But as the situation escalated, people continued to gather and watch.
But I trust them. Uh-oh. Gunshots.
We heard those gunshots when interviewing witness Kelly LeSueur. He says big thumbs up to law enforcement and all the emergency workers that were on the active scene for hours.
I think the police are doing a hell of a job. You know, they come out here every day and they never know what they're going to run into. They're running back and forth, hiding and whatnot. But yeah, I feel safe. I feel safe. I have all the confidence in the world of our police.
Nearby shoppers say they saw all the police cars at Big Bear and then tried to shop at nearby businesses, but they were closed.
We were trying to go to Payless for the boys to get some boots, and the worker came out and said she was on the phone with her district manager and said that there was an active shooter at Big Bear and that the store was closed until he was caught.
Courtney McDonald says it was a shock to see this active situation because she's never witnessed a shooting before. But at the same time, she says it's a sign of the times.
There's so much going on around the world and the country that it's not really a surprise.
At the end of the day, shoppers say they can't thank all the police emergency crews enough.
They're heroes.
Now, people in the Home Depot parking lot, which you can see behind me, tell me they were shocked to arrive here trying to just do their regular shopping and see the scene and hear the gunshots. But people tell me they're relieved no officers or people on scene were harmed. I'm David Kaplan in Billings, Montana, right now. After this year's wet winter and spring, Steve Lackman with MSU Extension says most Yellowstone County farms are doing well. It's the eastern Montana farms that are fighting a drought. Lackman says the Yellowstone County area is benefiting from this year's early rains, but says eastern Montana did not have the same fortune.
You get north to Muscle County and it starts drying out after you cross the Muscle County line. It's good for a little ways, but it starts drying out a little bit as you go further north towards Grass Range. And then you get into that country up there and it's drying out at pretty fast rate up in that country.
Lackman says most south central Montana farms are doing a little above average. Coming up on Wake Up Montana, how farmers are saying their crops are doing this year after the moisture compared to last year at this point. In Billings, David Kaplan, Wake Up Montana. You see people walk their dogs on a leash all the time, but walking a cat?
All right, you're ready to go.
Macy Goldberg says when she and her husband Gus moved to their apartment in downtown Billings, their cat, Mr. Bojangles, didn't have anywhere to go outside. She says she felt guilty, so the cat walking began.
When he isn't outside, he gets to be a little crazier at night and he tends to get in a little more trouble. And so I think it's better for him to get to go outside so he can kind of burn off some of that energy.
Macy says they walk their cat 3 to 4 times a week and can't take him on a walk without getting stopped.
Good boy. We get a lot of different reactions when we're walking our cat on the leash. A lot of people will stare at us. A lot of people will like point and laugh. And some people will say, "Oh my gosh, is that a cat? I thought that was a dog."
Macy says they walk Mr. Bojangles whether in snow or shine. She says for your cat's health, just make sure you walk them not too far from your home at the right time of day and with the right clothing. In Billings, David Kaplan, Wake Up Montana.